I welcome you all to Berut Counselling Service Center, where we touch lives. And I am continuing to tell you that we will continue to touch our lives because we need it. And as we continue to navigate the challenges faced by our teens, we need to appreciate the fact that effective communication is the backbone of every thriving relationship, including those with our teens. Parents ought to ensure effective communication styles while dealing with teenagers because they have challenges. And there are some key strategies that we are going to see which help us in this. First of its kind is active listening. Active listening. It is very important for parents to give full attention and show that we care about what the teens are saying to us. Secondly, open-ended questions. It is helpful to ask questions that encourage teenagers to share their feelings, to share their thoughts. Because if we don't do that, then they are not going to share, and we will never get to know what they are going through. And third, non-judgmental attitudes. Parents, we need to avoid criticizing or dismissing their thoughts and feelings. When they mention it, let us take it as they have mentioned it. And four, clear and concise language is very, very important because they grasp it very quickly. It helps to set boundaries. If we are clear, we need to use clear communication. We need to be more direct. And this is going to help us to set clear boundaries and expectations. It also helps to encourage honesty and openness. If we are direct, it provides guidance and advice. So if we are to do that, we need to be more clear what we are saying to our teens, or else they will miss the communication. But also, at times we need to be indirect. We can use indirect language as it encourages critical thinking and better problem solving. It helps to avoid confrontation. We don't confront them by only feeding, telling them what we want. No, we be indirect, that we leave them a gap to think, that we don't lecture them, that they have an input, and that they can own it. Nevertheless, it is very essential for us to consider their individual differences, their needs, their preferences as we communicate to them, because they perceive differently. While you may use indirect communication with one child, it may fail with the other child. So we need to know which one works for the other one, or else we shall miss them. Regular check-ins are very important. It is important to schedule regular conversations with our teens, to stay connected with them, because it helps to address issues very early in life to avoid regret. Oh, I wish we had talked about it. And time has passed. Let us look at the benefits of effective communication. It helps to build trust. Effective communication helps to build strong and trustable relationships. It also helps to resolve conflicts. Effective communication can help to resolve conflicts and reduce tension. It also promotes understanding. Parents, it is good for us to utilize effective communication because teenagers will bring out their concerns. They will tell us their needs. But if we do not effectively communicate, we are going to miss it all. Now, what do we have to note here as parents? Let us pay keen attention to this. We needed to be patient. James chapter 1 verse 19 tells us that, my dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. And this verse highlights the importance of one, active listening. Being quick to listen shows that you value the other person's thoughts and opinions. Secondly, thoughtful communication. Being slow to speak encourages you to consider the words carefully before you respond. Because a poor response because we didn't listen is very bad. Emotional regulation. Being slow to become angry. It helps us to respond constructively rather than to react impulsively. These principles can help parents and individuals to develop effective communication skills, which are needed every time. And this takes time and effort to cultivate. Secondly, parents, we need to be consistent. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33 says that, for God is not a God of disorder, but of peace, as in all congregations of the Lord's people. Now, the key points here: consistency. It can help to create a sense of order and stability. So we need to be consistent parents. We also need to have peace. Consistent communication can promote peace and understanding in relationships. Incorporating these principles in your communication can help build strong and meaningful relationships with your teens and other people. And thirdly, parents, we need to note that empathy is very key. We need to show empathy. Romans 12:15 is a powerful verse that captures the essence of empathy. It says, "Rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn." This verse encourages us to share in others' joys. Rejoice with those who are happy or experiencing good fortune. Share in others' sorrow. Mourn with those who are going through adversities. By doing so, we demonstrate empathy and build strong relationships with our teens. By following these strategies, which are given parents, we can improve our communication with our teenagers and build strong and more supportive relationships. So we need to pay attention to effective communication with our teens. We need to be active listeners. We need to have empathy and express it. We need to be patient. Here are some questions for us to ponder. Do I actually listen to my teenager, or do I often interrupt or dismiss their thoughts? Expression of thoughts and feelings is very important. So, how do I express my thoughts and feelings to my teenager in a clear and respectful manner? As we resolve conflicts with our teens, how do I handle conflicts or disagreements with my teenagers? How can I use open-ended questions to help my teenager develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills? How can I validate my teenager's emotions and show empathy? What strategies can I use to help my teenager develop emotional intelligence? How can I model healthy emotional expression and regulation of my teenager's emotions? And parents, by reflecting on these questions, we can gain insights into their communication styles and develop strategies to improve communication with our teens. I remain Esther Ruth Baalwa here at Berut Counselling Service Center, and I encourage you and encourage all of us to touch our teens, no matter who they are to us. Even when they are not our biological children, they are teens. They are experiencing challenges. Even when we find them on the road, find out what are they going through. They are teens. Even when they are in our house, even when they are our house help, they are teens. And remember, our children influence each other. Stay blessed. But I continue to encourage you to subscribe to my channel, to comment, to like, to share, so that we can continue to touch each other's life. Stay blessed.